Professor Michele Geraci is an economist. He's also former Undersecretary of State in Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte's former government. So how well does he think it's been managed?
Picture is green because people themselves really do not know what to do. That's why yesterday we had already, even in Bergamo, the city that was mostly hit, people crowding in the streets, eating ice cream, having coffees, as if nothing had happened, because there has been a miscommunication. One day we say situation is under control, one day we say it's very serious. So when governments give the population conflicting information and completely changing the story from one day into another one, rightly so, people don't know what to do. I don't blame them. They are really confused. There is the pull of the economy that wants to reopen, but we have not solved the health issue at all. We have not even discussed what to do with the contact tracing app. We are still debating 3 months after the declaration of the health emergency back at the end of January. What kind of app? What's the trade-off between privacy and health? We don't know if people can go back to the offices, and they should be, let's say, forced to do a test before entering public buildings. Some regions have some measures. Other regions of Italy have other measures. So when people cross from, let's say, Sicily to Lombardy, they will face different measures. They will be obliged to wear masks in one area but not in another one. So we have a timing and a space confusion. This is the recipe for ever increasing extreme behavior. So there will be a pull to open up everything because some people need the money. There will be the doctor that say pull back into close everything again, and the system will not stabilize.
When we were hearing from the chairman of the Hoteliers Association in Lombardy, he said that he wanted the government to communicate that things were open and that they were ready for business, and to try and encourage people to come. Do you not agree with that?
There is no way I will ever go to have lunch in a restaurant with 1 meter separation while I eat, open my mouth. Other people will do the same in front of next to me. This is completely amateurial stuff. In places that they have suffered more, in Asia, Korea, and China, you cannot go to a restaurant if you do not show on your mobile phone the green light that you are safe. Now, we cannot do that because we have this thing of privacy, but this focus on privacy endangers the health of the country. This is the philosophical issue that we are debating, but we are not solving.
Let's focus on the economy. Do you see any sort of recovery ahead?
Some sectors would recover. Some manufacturing, where you can have separations of the workers, can indeed restart. Now, retail, restaurants, tourism. Tourism is about 13% of the GDP. I live in central Rome. All hotels, of course, have been closed for 2 months. There is no scenario under which I could see this start over again. We have lost bookings for the summer. Of course, there is impromptu travel, but there's also advanced booking with tour operators, especially visitors from Japan, from China, from Asia, that, by the way, do shopping also in the luxury stores in the center of Rome, in the center of Milan. That is all gone. Fashion is 100 billion. Tourism is 240. Together, we're looking at 350 billion of Italian GDP at risk, and very little is being done. Tourism, I'm particularly worried because this is the basis of our Italian lifestyle, the coolness of Italy, the made in Italy. And if we destroy even that, let's say, soft power that Italy has, on which it builds even its strength in manufacturing and in other non-related sectors, if we do destroy the made in Italy cool factor, we destroy the rest of the economy. And tourism, I don't see it recovering. And I personally would not go to a hotel in Milan where I don't know who has slept in my room the day before.
Professor Michele Geraci speaking to me earlier, but of course there are those hoping that his views are in the minority.